All the world's a stage, and the men and women merely players. Shakespeare wrote this in his play, As You Like It. One of the great acting teachers of our time, Sanford Meisner, says that acting is simply living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. So, if we are all the main players and characters in the stories of our lives, how do we live truthfully? Especially if you were like me and you were just making things up constantly as you go along. How are you truthfully representing yourselves in every moment that you can? So, when we start acting, we are taught that in order to create believable, authentic characters, you have to examine your given circumstances, which are the world in which you live. What influences you, what you care about, what happens to you, around you, because of you, right? In order to examine these things, we ask ourselves a few questions. These questions help us to dive into the world, the character, the person that we are in public as well as in private. So we're going to examine my life and my given circumstances and how I choose to present myself and pursue what I do and love. First question you always have to ask is, who am I? There is always a public and a private persona. Who I am in public, I am a choreographer, a director, a dancer, a teacher, a singer, a daughter, a partner, a friend, a sister. But in private, I am a 5'2" woman who's a side sleeper. I don't use my Costco step ladder as much as I should, so I climb on counters often to reach things. I like doing that. Pie is my favorite food. I love podcasts and puzzles, and I love to explore nature and go on hikes. I love my grandmother. That is my grandmother, Rebecca, who celebrated her 72nd birthday this past year. I am a homegrown Southern family girl. That is the me that people rarely get to see, right? Where am I? You have to know where you are in the world. I am literally in this room and the Charleston Music Hall sharing this moment with all of you. I am in your presence and you are in mine. But I literally live in Charleston. I live in Mount Pleasant. I am in the middle of multiple rehearsals as I am directing a show at the College of Charleston right now, and I am also choreographing a show at Footlight Theater, so you can see me running back and forth between rehearsals. I am also in the classroom teaching at the Citadel, as well as throughout schools around Charleston teaching arts integration. So that is where I am. The next question is, when am I? What is going on in the world around me that influences who I am and what I do? We often don't think about what's happening in the world around us and how it influences our creative choices, right? So right now, I am living in a time when minority creatives are truly being recognized for their artistry and their contributions. Ava DuVernay can be the first Black woman to win a Sundance Award for directing. And if you don't know who she is, check out her films. They're incredible. Bong Joon-ho can win the Academy Award for Best Film. And it's a Korean film with subtitles, which is incredible, right? So that's the world that we live in right now. Why am I? What choices have I made that have brought me to this moment in time? We often, as people, like to skip over what got us to where we are, and we like to make excuses for that. But I know that because of my faith, my struggles with anxiety and depression, my curiosity and my courage to go out into the world and try new things. Because as a freelance artist, I got to think about my finances and money all the time, and will it support the life that I want to live? My family, my passion, the love that I share for what I do and the people I surround myself with. That is what has brought me to where I am in this moment. What do I want? What do we want, right? That is what drives us in our lives. What I want is to live in a world where I get to influence the next generations of artists and audiences. I want arts integration to have a place in every single classroom to meet students' needs where they are on every level. I want Citadel cadets and everyone in this room to know and accept who they are and to be perfectly okay with that. And I want everyone, including myself, to simply do their best and believe, not just know, that your best is enough. And that is something that I struggle with, believing that I am enough in everything I do. And I think that most of us can relate to that, right? So when I think about what I want, how I'm getting there, I have to start to think about the choices that I make, the actions that I am taking to get me to where I want to go. And when I think about the actions that I'm taking, I start to think about how every choice that I make adds up. What am I skipping over? Did I sleep too late? Did I miss that meeting? Did I say something to that person that I passed on the street that made their day or that hurt their feelings? Am I making choices that get me closer to my goals or further away from them? Can I look at life from different angles and different perspectives? Sometimes I got to turn things upside down. I got to get in the classroom, right? I am in the faces of students and teachers, influencing the next generations of audiences and artists, creating a legacy where the arts matter. I'm finding the joy in little things, and most importantly, I am sharing my passion and my gifts with the world, living as truthfully as I can in these circumstances that I create, hoping to inspire others just to do the same. Thank you.